Welcome to your weekly yoga practice. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we'll continue taking care of our lymph system so we can keep a healthy immune system throughout the winter. To begin, let's just rub our hands together. Create some energy in your hands. Let me take a deep breath. Let your body settle into your seat. You could start rubbing your hands together a little faster or creating energy and heat. And so you can feel the heat that's happening in your hands. And then we're going to place them over our eyes. Okay, close your eyes. And then pat your hands down your face, down your neck, to your heart. Take a deep breath at your heart center. Let it all out. Let's do that one more time. Rub your hands together. Maybe you feel yourself waking up a little bit more. Some movement, some energy generation. And then when you're ready, place your hands over your eyes. And take a deep breath into your heart center. With an exhale, you can release your hands down to your lap. And we'll start some circling around the pelvic bowl. Drawing your chest forward and back. Key into the sensation of your sitting bones transferring weight. Really coming down into your root. Let's go the opposite direction. And then come to stillness. Place your hands over your knees for a couple cat-cows. Inhale, reach your chest up and forward, look up. Exhale, round your back into cat. Do this at your own pace and linger anywhere you want to linger. Let's do one or two more times. The next time you come through neutral, let that be enough for today's practice. And plant your right hand on the floor to the right. Inhale, left arm up and over. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. Spread your fingers wide. Press into your thumb and index finger. On your next inhale, reach all the way up, look up, open your throat, and exhale over to the left. Plant your hand, press into your index and thumb. As you inhale, reach and create length. And as you exhale, ground into your sitting bones. Inhale, rise up, look up. Bring your palms together and exhale to heart center. That was just a gentle opening for our practice today. Now we'll start moving our lymph system. So to start, let's work into the clavicle area. So just above your clavicle bones, there's this meaty area, and start massaging. You could tap or massage with your fingers. Breaking any congestion up here so that when we do the lymphatic drainage of our face, the lymph drainage can go down back to our heart. Let's come up to the jawbone. I have a microphone over my jawbone, so it'll be difficult for me to do this today. But on both sides, you have a lymph node below your ear and above your jawbone, and you'll take two fingers and find that area. And I'll give you a tip. It's the area that is most sensitive, particularly if you have any congestion or you've been feeling sick or members in your family are sick. So keep moving, keep massaging into this area and go opposite directions. And then let's bring thumbs, interlock your fingers, and bring your thumbs to the bony part of your brow. You could turn your head down towards your thumbs and rock your head around your thumbs, or you could use your thumbs and circle around. You could also use your fingers. So the brow point, again, looking for that sensitive area. It's likely the lymph node, and doing a little massaging here. Now that we've broken up some of that congestion, let's use 2 fingers and tap around your eyes down to your jawbone. Go over the bridge of your nose, down your cheeks to your jaw, over your upper lip, and across your jawbone. Now we'll take 4 fingers and graze lightly on each side of your neck. This is like you're directing traffic. The lymph system is like the highway in our body. It travels communication, fluids, energy. You could release that down when you're ready. Reach your left arm up and use your right hand to begin to potment in your armpit, circling towards your heart. This is a gentle patting, breaking congestion up here. And we'll do this about 4 or 5 circles. And then you can move to your left arm and begin to potment from your wrist towards your shoulder. Do both sides of your arm. Lift and bend your elbow to get your tricep. When this feels good, you can move to the opposite side. Start with your armpit. And then move to your arm. Sense into what it's like to be the giver and the receiver of this touch or self-massage, to take care of yourself in this way. Lift your elbow to get your tricep. Release down when you're ready. So now we'll do a vigorous breath practice to help blow out the dust bunnies or to help move the lymph system further. This is called Kalabati, and if you're on your menstrual period, you'll want to skip this. You can just breathe naturally through this practice. The rest of the practice will be still very helpful for you. Place your fingers, your fingertips behind your head. No need to pull your head forward, but just to rest. And we'll be taking a breath. You'll inhale, and then you'll exhale rapidly. So it sounds like this. And we're going to add twisting with this. So with each twist, you'll blow out. And we're going to do this 10 to 20 times wherever you're at. So wherever you're at in your breathing cycle, and yes, you might blow some snot a little bit. You can wipe that away, grab a tissue, whatever is going to be most comfortable for you. Take an inhale, reach up, and begin to exhale. Five more times. And rest. Now that might have stirred up some energy and you might be feeling a little buzzing or dizziness. So just allow some time to let that settle. We're going to do it one more time. Now that you're warmed up and prepared, when you're ready, place your hands behind your head and take a big inhale. Begin with your exhale when you're ready. Keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down and notice any energy stirring. You can pause here like a snow globe's been shooken up. Let your energy settle. Okay, last one with this breath practice. So we're going to reach up, brighten our fingertips with our inhale. And as we exhale, we'll make fists and draw down. So it's the same breath practice. So we're going to take that one inhale up and then the inhale will happen naturally. We're going to do this about 10 to 20 times as well. So whenever you're ready, take your big, bright inhale and begin your exhale breath. Five more. And rest down. Pause once more to notice any stirring and the settling. You might be able to feel into your own body on how this practice, these two practices together, are helping to move the energy, moving any congestion in your body so that you don't have these congestion points that end up being places for sickness, places for cold or flu. Also, if they're long term, then it's places for chronic pain or anxiety. Let's come up to stand. We'll move the lymphatic fluid of our legs at the end after we've gotten nice and strong and stretchy in our upper body. So step your feet wide for a wide-legged forward stance and bend your knees. Tuck your tailbone down. So it's hugging your belly button into your center line. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend forward. Your knees can start to straighten as you bend forward or keep a generous bend. You might like to shake your head no or nod your head yes here. Then inhale, halfway lift. Draw your chest up. Draw your shoulders down your back. And reach the crown of your head and tailbone in opposite directions. On your next exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down into your feet. Hinge from your hips to come all the way up. Pivot your right toes towards the right short edge of your mat for Trikonasana. Inhale your arms out to a T. Turn your gaze over your right middle finger. As you inhale, reach forward. Exhale to tip down into triangle, bringing your right wrist to your right shin, reaching up with your hands. Imagine pulling your feet away from each other, even though they are staying planted. Take one more breath here. Use your exhale to come up to stand. And place your hands on your hips if you'd like. Pivot your toe forward and pivot the left toe towards the left short edge of your mat. Keep your hip bones facing forward. Inhale, lift your arms. Find your focal point, your dristi, over your left middle finger. Take an inhale to reach forward and then exhale to tip down into Trikonasana. You could look up or down or keep your head looking forward. Begin to press down into the earth with both feet and imagine tearing your mat apart in half. We're not actually going to do that, don't worry. Then exhale, bring both fingertips to your mat and step back to down dog. First and only down dog of this sequence, you might like to bend your knees, walk your dog. And then come to stillness. Draw your chest down towards the mat. Spin your triceps towards your outer edge of your mat. Inhale, come forward into plank and use your exhale to lower all the way down to the ground. From here, spread your arms out to a T. Place your left hand on the mat underneath your left shoulder. Take an inhale here. And then use your exhale to roll to the right. So you're rolling on your right shoulder. You could bend your left foot. Sole of your foot could come to the mat. And breathe into your right shoulder. Inhale, roll back over. Stretch your left arm out to a T. Place your right hand under the right shoulder. And with an exhale, roll to the left. Take one more breath here. And exhale, roll back over. Place both hands under your shoulders. Onto the tops of your feet. Press down into your mat with both feet. As you press into the mat with your hands, lift your chest and chin. Draw your chest forward. So press down into the mat and as if you're scooping yourself forward as you press up. Exhale, come all the way down. 2 more times. With your inhale, press down. Scoop yourself forward. Lift your chest. You could lift your chin if that feels okay for your neck. And exhale, come down. Take one full breath cycle here. Let it all out. Last one, cobra. When you're ready, press down, tops of your feet into your hands. Rise up. Look up. Take a full inhale. Exhale down. Slide your right knee up towards your right elbow. This will help you release your back for a moment. Just breathe here. And slide your right knee back down and flip over into constructive rest. If you have a chair or couch or something handy, we are going to put our legs up in Shavasana today. If you don't have that, you can take a normal Shavasana or you could use your blocks and place both feet on your blocks. We're not yet getting to Shavasana, but I wanted to give you a little preview in case there's anything you need to grab for that. So roll down onto your back. Bring your knees together, feet as wide as the mat. Take a couple breaths here. Bring your feet to hip distance and knees apart. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. And lift your toes to the ceiling. Find the meaty part at the bottom of your hamstring. This is below your knee in this orientation and give yourself a massage here. Could work your way down your hamstring if you'd like, massaging your quad and maybe even into your hip or pelvic region. You could even bring that tapping with 2 fingers back in here. When that feels good, place your fingers behind your hamstring and begin to pump your toes. So in a similar way that we were pumping our arms above our head, use your breath to pump your toes, about 20 times. Helping to pump lymphatic fluid back towards your heart. Okay, draw your right knee in towards your chest and squeeze. With your exhale, release your leg long. Your heel can make contact with the ground. Pausing here for just a moment. Allowing any circulation to return down your leg. Bend your right knee and draw left knee in towards your chest. Reach your toes up and give yourself a massage, starting with the bottom of your hamstring, or in this orientation, just below your knee. And feel free to do any massaging into your quad, your hamstrings, quads. These can get tight and tense, and then massage into your pelvic region as well, to the hips, or do a little gentle tapping. And that feels complete for you. You can find a comfortable position to hold your leg and begin pumping your toes. Let's do about 10 more pumps. Excellent. Draw both knees into your chest this time. Draw your forehead up to your knees and squeeze. Take a full inhale. Exhale, pour out into your Shavasana. And I'm going to give you some options here for your Shavasana. You could take a traditional Shavasana. You could find a chair or side of a chair and just place your legs up with your knees bent. If you have a wall handy nearby, you could use the wall and you'll sit up next to the wall and slide your feet up the wall. Last option here would be to use two blocks, and this is where I'll be today. Placing each block to rest your heels. Decide what you'd like to do with your hands, perhaps one hand on your heart and one on your belly today. So we've given ourselves self-care, nourishing our lymphatic system, helps our digestive system, which helps our immune system, helps our nervous system. Let your body get heavy into the earth. It's all interconnected and interrelated. Soften the corners of your eyes and all the muscles of your face. Release any holding in your hips, your pelvis. Imagine your shoulders getting heavier into the earth. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to witness your experience. See if you can be less concerned with being in your experience and judging it, but witnessing or observing it from a place of non judgment. And you feel ready, take a couple deep breaths and begin to bring micro movements like wiggling fingers and toes. If your feet are higher than your heart rate now, draw your knees in towards your chest as you feel ready. And just pause here for a moment. Maybe rock side to side if that feels good on your lower back, and eventually rolling all the way to one side. And press yourself up to your seat when you feel ready. Find your Sukhasana, your easy seat. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine the insides of your body, your organs, your fluids. Just imagine everything operating optimally here. And maybe that comes to you in a feeling tone or a color. Just have the sense that everything is functioning on your behalf for your greatest health and wellness. Bring your hands to heart center and bow toward your heart if that's a gesture that you enjoy. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me and taking care of your lymph and your immune system. I'll see you next week.